Uh, October 20th, 2017, I just uploaded a note including Sports Illustrated swimsuit Twitter into my feed, dragging them on with me. Um, I figure they're doing the same to me. We're going to put something out there and it's going to be free, free to look, tokened. Okay. Then it's going to be free to comment on, tokened, to get a reward. Daft. Where do I start? I was thinking I've gained a little weight. Um, I can lay around in my underwear here, put some sand on that, take a picture, have some sheep in the background, look smart. How smart did you want me? Is smart a little bit or a lot? This is what I'm referencing. You could find this at Sports Illustrated. Do I look smart now? Those are little sheep in the background. All you have to do to make me one eye, apparently, is put some sand on that. Roll around on the beach. Look smart. Smart to keep. Put some sheep in the background. I'll just pretend that's who I'm talking to. Maybe it could be an offering for, like me, Eva and me one eye. I'll throw in a photo shoot of me with dappled sand on me ass. And I'll see if I can't get some sheep in the background as that hat. Oh yes, don't forget to look smart. I'm really smart. Okay. She's got a finger on her underwear too. But of course, this is multitasking. This is multitasking smart. I will be sure to wear my granny underwear. Put a little finger in it, latch it, and took that whole size brief and maybe bend it down. What? A half inch? Is that gonna do it for you? Trade you me one eye for your money, and then you can start commenting a lot. Ask Sift you brought. I've got some thoughts to put up. I need to do some laundry, and needs to go outside. I think we need to play frisbee in honor of late October here in Maine, and it's about 68 degrees. So we need to honor that. We will be back. I've been, I put a little table here with my computer on. I need to get my foot above heart height. So if I got a couple of pillows here, it's really conceivable that I can sit here at the computer and even turn it while I'm in bed. So yeah, those are some of the silly things I've been doing, is trying to make dry runs for bunion surgery. I've been on this. I've been practicing with a plate of food. How does this work? So yeah, seeing like if I eat, does it have to be right there, or can I get it to the bed? And if I can get it to the bed, can I get it to a little table? So yes. One more thing about dragging on a Sports Illustrated swimsuit via my Twitter feed by tweeting them and including them and knitting them in a conversation that I'm having silently. with myself, etc. Um, I forgot my thought. It's gonna happen. But I work so hard to get so much backup and build up, so you understand. Let's see. Yes, I am commenting the only way I can. Duh. Okay? And you all can't use that conceivably, conceivable, Lead. You can't use that against me because I'm the ag. Constitutionally speaking, even, Vein, Vein versus Vain hyphen D. Vain debt to keep proclaiming for no reason thiefend, because you're not honestly making the ends meet. You're making thiefend ends meet, and that's how you meet your mate, actually. To speak. Toffit. Put some hyphens in that and quotation marks. To be doffit. Even if you don't think you're stupid, the article of clothing you're taking off your hat, it's hyphenated to get it back in the artifice of black. So you re-add doffed, D-O-F hyphen T, stupid, to maintain your lot, L-O hyphen T. And I don't care if you're laying around on the sand, beach like a corpulent whale, or an emaciated skeleton with tits that topple over. You're still not bringing the time. It's looking more and more absurd every day. That you're choosing this as your mainstay and calling it a love, when only you have thought to be fiction doffed, fiction stupid, enough. Minno's so cute. He eats when I do. So I was preparing dinner, and then as I was plating it, Minnow started to eat. He does that. He times it to eat when I do. We were walking past Matthews. It's a bar. On the way back from playing Frisbee at the museum. Behind the museum there's a little park, and Minno's always popular with everyone, but especially, the weather's nice, everyone's pretty friendly, and so he got a lot of portable petting on the way back, and in front of Matthews we met several people. And then I was telling that, I play Frisbee with Minnow, and they said someone, there at Matthews, he plays Frisbee because Frisbee golf Frisbee, because he's not a good golfer, so they were joking. And I said, well, Mark Twain said, golf is a good walk spoiled. And the guys were like, no. The pro golfer guys were like, no. And I go, oh, okay, I guess it just depends what day you get Mark Twain, what kind of mood you get him in. So anyway, the guy came out that plays Frisbee. I think his name's Jason, and He's like, cool dog. And then he smoked on the way out, so I think I know what's going on. But what was really nice is just this sort of sensual reception. You know, he got right down with Minnow, and then he's like, cool shoes, cool dog, and you're smart. He's like, come back, I'll buy you a beer. It was kind of flattering. It, because there's this sensuality of meeting, you know, and it was very transparent, seemingly. Although I think it would, I think if you asked me to put me one eye on it, I'd say definitely the guy was toking. Okay, he was consuming weed. I have my Keen shoes on today. You know, they're not, they're big, so accommodate two bunions and one kick-ass orthotic. um, they're not exactly geriatric. I would not say they're the height of haute couture fashion, but they are really comfortable, quite mobile, even with bunions. And they're made well in a great thick leather. They're kind of an urban styling, greatly practical. I was going to comment. I discovered a meta. So I was putting in the regular insoles that come with these Echo boots that I bought last year. And I took the insoles out so I could put my orthotics in, but I only have one pair of orthotics, and they're in the Keen Mary Jane's Presidio right now. And I thought, you know, I don't know if we're going to have winter by the time I have bunion surgery or not. All I need is one shoe to get around in if I leave the apartment. So I thought I'd just put the regular insoles back in here so I don't have to take them out of the Mary Janes, put them in here, take them out, you know, find them, put them back in the Mary Janes. And when I was putting them in, they've got kind of a rubber traction on them. They're good insoles, but they're difficult to put back in. And I was swearing. I was like, why is this so difficult? And because I try and put it in and they would stop right here and then bunch up on each other. On the insole would bunch up on itself, and then I couldn't get it past here. And I tried to feed it in with my hand, but my hand is too big in this part right here with the insole under it. So it's really like, why is it so difficult? And I thought, you know, what you need to do, I took it and I folded it like a taco. And then I fed it all the way in and then tamped it down. And I thought, what's the meta here? Because it's interesting that I'm swearing. I'm not that vocal about saying something is difficult. I might be swearing a lot, and you know what my chant is. It's you know, Jesus Christ, fuck, just fuck Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't actually say something's difficult very often. That's why I was like, well, okay, what's going on here? I'm like, Echo shoes, trying to put the sole in, it's difficult, I need to fold it. And so I was thinking, it's difficult to put the sole in Echo. And folding it is the fool. F-O, parentheses O, L, parentheses E, D. So it made me think the extended meta replay, repeat, replate, repate, reply, apply, is the lead. It's the lead in. It's no different than what the competitive marketplace for no reason thief fund is doing. It's folding the fool, but it's all hyphenated in the direction it's led to Dow with war, -T, again, -D, for the date of competition for no reason thief fund, not ever for completion even. So that was a thought. I'm going to have a few bites. I'll be back. So I wanted to do leather, sham, bed sham, and possibly a side panel. And I was thinking of doing scallops, and then I thought it might be more interesting to do waves, be it like ocean waves, which also look like scallops, or to use a French curve. And I noticed today I've been cutting back the coleus because it's been getting so long, and then it's kind of tilting over. And I've also found out that I am able to root coleus and get a new start fairly easily. So I've been doing that. And this is the Spitfire. Does not have all the original coloring of when I got it from the greenhouse, but still got a little bit of the red. Coursing through it. One of the things that I noticed is, because I've been kind of wondering, like, you know, that's one of the projects, what shape do I want to make that wave? So it goes with the other themes I have here. And say if I didn't want that Aspen Pendleton blanket and I wanted something else, will the sham stylistically go with that also? I'm still intrigued with the idea of doing a leather sham and giving it a wave pattern, be it a simple scallop or a French curve or something free-handed, because I've not seen that in the marketplace. So I like that idea a lot. What I noticed about the coleus is the leaves have this wave pattern on them, which I quite like as well. So anyway, that was kind of fun. I was like, shoot, coleus is well, it's quite an apt metaphor. It's one of my thoughts. Let's talk about books. I ordered an embroidery book. I did not order the drapery book. The drapery book has projects. So essentially it's going to stair-step you, do a project, learn how to drape. Learn how to drape a big 80s padded shoulder. You know? I didn't order the drape book because I don't need so much projects to follow, just knowing that I can drape. And if you know what I mean? So now I'll start working my own projects, draping silk. I've got a fit form right there, a fit model, as it were, and I can drape on that with observation, you know, stepping back from it and manipulating it to my heart's content. What else? I'm trying to think of other meta lately. I asked Christine at work, my boss to if she would watch Minnow, and in the silence, it's understood that it would be gratis. Um, I don't get paid for days off at work, and I don't have insurance through work. So it seemed she offered before that she would watch Minnow with my hysterectomy surgery. So I asked her if she could watch him again. You know, up through Thanksgiving, that gets me almost 3 weeks. So, you know, see where I am then. I'll have an appointment 2 weeks after the surgery, so definitely have to use the knee rover to get about. But what else? I'm trying to think if there's any other. All right, it's Friday. I'm gonna see if I can't get notes up. I might even get some coffee tonight. I am so not happy about putting on jeans, and they're tight. Do not like that. I've had the wonderful grace of wearing dresses after hysterectomy surgery, non-binding, and which is great. But I'm starting to my new habits of not going to the gym and eating whatever I want are somewhat starting to settle in. And not that I can get right on it. Theoretically, I have clearance from my hysterectomy surgery to be as active as I want and lift weights on Monday. Give that another week, and I'll be having bunion surgery with my foot up for 8 weeks. I might put some dumbbells over there on the floor and lay down with my foot propped up, and I might do upper body. Just because. I'm basting hexagons in the meantime. I love how Minnow can make himself comfortable in the down. It's like a little cumulus cloud. Still basting hexagons, silk. What else? Yes, I'll probably be doing this for a while. I think I have 1,100 of them approximately to do. So I have to base. I don't have to. I've chose to because I think that's the best way to preserve the shape of the hexagon. Is I use a sew line, a glue stick, a pen, and I put it on the paper and then fold the silk over it, compress it under a ruler. I have a steel, is it 4-foot ruler? I think it's about 4 feet, about 2 inches thick. I compress it under there, and now I'm basting. And then after basting, I'll release the paper inside, and I can use it again to cast another shape of silk. And then the next project is to sew the hexagons onto the silk backing. Let's see. I felt that my thoughts may be misinterpreted if I don't continue to elucidate regarding to my eye. When I go to Sports Illustrated, it looks like a beached whale. All that flesh, all that rump tossing ungainly in the sand, lapping through the ocean. Now, contrast that with, you know, which bitches I'm talking about that are emaciated but have boobs, supple boobs galore, okay? That really seems inconceivable that your whole fat is in your tits. So I don't know how that works. Dab a little sand on it, and what we have for the times is any woman, any shape you are, can be as lazy as any other and earn a living. So let me find a way to round this out so you understand what I'm saying as opposed to what I'm not saying, particularly when I'm saying that to my eye that looks like a beached well. Let me add I also candidly have to admit that the shock because of the nerve, I'm not appalled of the shock. Let me think of a better way to say that. I didn't like that word "Paul" in there. There is something to be said for putting tit out there. The problem is the context. To be fair, Sports Illustrated is not giving you better thoroughfare here nor there. What we have is one lazy and preoccupation with hyphens in sitting inside of another one. So let's not fool ourselves with our women's lib to show more ungainly skin -d as opposed to gainly skin -d. It's still pretty damn lazy, I would have to say. What else? Since I've already exposed my brain, honestly, I can't go to Sports Illustrated and say, hey, I'd be willing to dab some sand on my ass and you can take a picture and then I can earn a living. And look, I can pretend I'm smart like your models with the sheep in the background. Look at me. I'm smart. Want to see my granny underwear? I'm going to flip that down an inch because I'm smart. How smart do you want me to be, Sports Illustrated? Do we need more sheep? I have to let you know, besides nude with the lace, I went back and got bally skip scabs and rosewood too. I got 5 of them also. So I have got like 10 granny, full brief, yet sheer underwear. And you know what? They feel great. And I am so excited about that. Now, where was I? Let's find another way to round this out. Here's a way to round it out. Lindsay Lohan is defending Harvey Weinstein. It's a mishmash because she's also putting out there, well, no one cared about me when her ex-fiance tried to strangle her. I'm like, you know what? I guess I missed that in the news. So she's holding me accountable too, all right, for not being aware of what she spouted off or spouted out. Here in a nutshell is the problem. First of all, Lindsay Lohan defending Harvey Weinstein. Well, he never made any sexual advances to me. And then, all you women in America never cared about me. Here's the thing. First of all, your problem is your dad, Lindsay Lohan, and your fiance who tried to strangle you. You cast the same person, okay? You never won the fight over your dad, thief end. The other thing is, Lindsay Lohan can say whatever she wants to when she does not have an honest platform. So she can say whatever she wants, just like Trump can, okay? Just like anyone. Without a platform, so I'm just trying to add some clarity here. I saw that Rose McGowan tweeted, hey, in response to Lindsay, going from a child actor to sex symbol really basically fucks with your brain, your mind. I get that. But we can't, honestly, we can't let that surface as a value. There's a fucked upness in that corrupt echo chamber. And I'll break it down as best I can. Lindsay does not know the platform, okay? For starters. And so she can say whatever she wants. Where want does not equal earning desire in life even, or even knowing how to. And one might say, even wanting to. To continue your tooth, to cast, taste, as ass. H, has ass, as haste, as STE, the saint, and cast, as your ass, to the saint. Now, we can put a K in there to ask. Your task, has ask, hask, and cast. Well, my cast asked my ask and asked KT the night to STE, the saint. Let me show you how that's done. T, parentheses H, parentheses C. A, S, divided by S, parentheses K, T, E. We could even make it asking the saint and casting the stead of the female saint. So T, parentheses H, parentheses C, A, S divided by S, T, after S, put a parentheses K, T, parentheses H, E, A, D. I will make a note, so when I load up this video, I'll put it there. What else? Yeah, so for me, Lindsay Lohan's comments were murky. Really murky. She's desiring pity, okay? And I'm saying, for those of us that get it, honestly, don't need pity. So stop it. Okay? It's not my fault that you did not defeat your dad, Lindsay Lohan. It's not my fault that you think if someone's being nice to you that they mean it 2x2, but you're not representing 2x2. It's not my fault that you desire to basically marry your dad. Okay. Why? Because you're not cast anything else. All right? The trickiness is, Lindsay Lohan is acted out. She's acted out like a bad egg. All right? Society, under the guise and the illusion of giving everyone a choice in how they act, but they aren't really, well then frames Lindsay Lohan as, well, she chose to be a bad egg, but she's really just trying to be other than her dad, okay? If I remember right, that's who she has a beef with, or had a beef with. Well, acting bad and licentious, which looks like it runs in your female family, then when you say, well, no, the other women didn't care about me, okay, I'll speak for myself. I'm kind of like, you kind of catch me off guard because I'm like, well, there's so many crossed messages here that you didn't nail one of them down. Honestly, to be sound. Let me back that up. I got my website. That was a difficult day. Adding a new website at Orange website and upgrading my package. How much it's going to cost me a year to host 2 websites and have greater, I imagine, greater transference of for people visiting the site, etc. I bought more, and that was difficult. Even though I didn't say it was difficult, I have a video. I cut out a lot of that sitting here, but this went on all day, chasing the same goddamn question with no fucking answer, and then I get answers like, well, it's your computer, or, we're not web developers, and I'm like, I never said you were. Okay, since when did this statement creep in, so now I have to address it? Let's stay on point here. It was a difficult day, and it crossed my websites, my new website with the old one, content-wise, and then I'm like, oh God, because we need to fix that. And when it's fixed, then I have to upload 30,000 files, because that's where we are on the Rich Wrote website. Miraculously, I did it in a day. And I say that miraculously because I tried to update that website for 3 days and it kept knocking off, meaning it timed out and I had to start all over again. So I'm like, oh, good God. Loading a whole website from scratch is going to just be shit. Hope I can get that done before the next millennium. So it got up, and I got an email from Orange. So initially I got an email from, I think it's Leaf, thanked him because he sorted out the 2 websites so that when I uploaded GoFig, content will go to GoFig, and Rich Wrote will go to Rich Wrote. the next day I get an email from someone else saying, we do not, something must be wrong with your computer because we do not knock off websites. This is an example of someone piping in. It's not following A to Z, okay? Part of my problem, part of the difficulty yesterday is I was not working with someone who could answer A to Z, and that's compounded by someone who can't follow A to Z, compounded again with nuances and variables, doff, stupid, by piping in and chiming. Oh, you got the answer, do you? So the email that came back was somewhat condescending. Let's see if I could find it. This is very, very funny. I got another one. Is that? Yeah, this is funny. This is a notification to let you know we are changing the status of your ticket number to closed, as we have not received a response from you in over 240 hours. Are you sure? Came October 20th, and anyway, it's interesting communicating with Iceland. That's where my website is, because they have different laws as to what I can say, and have no digital millennial legalities. Meaning, I use my eyes, and I'm showing you what I see, and I'm commenting on it, and your copy pip and prig height is really just to keep you from being seen 2 by 2. Sorry, so with right eye, your copy pip and prig height is to keep you from being seen 2 by 2. What else? You never screwed the U, EWEAD. Let's see, I was going to try and find the one. Maybe I deleted it already. So it says hello, and it's someone new. JJ. Your site's running now again? I strongly recommend you run a virus, a malicious file check on your computer if you're not using Apple. I am, but Apple doesn't recognize its other Apple products because it's not really concerned about connection. It's concerned about kicking my ass in its direction to keep having to upgrade for no reason, thief end. That's why we have a problem with our digital identity and passwords among passwords, because no one's actually bringing any ID one-on-one to be tone and bone and trial balance or tuberculosis, take your pick. So anyway, we have not knocked your website down. We do not do this kind of moves. So, you know what, honestly, when I read it the other day, I was kind of like peeved, like, don't get in touch with me unless problem is good. I've tackled with this so much. I'm not, not looking for nice gestures even. Not even looking for nice gestures, just don't get in contact with me. So I was kind of pissed. I thought it was condescending. Reading it the second time, not so condescending, So good there. I wanted to use it as a point of chiming in, okay? If you're not aware and you can't follow something A to Z and you do not care to be here or there, you know, new game here that amends itself. This is not your field. And if it's not your field, it's not your feed, and it's not your yield. To speak squarely, as if you asked need. Need lay the tin in the needle, need L, love, needle, lay the I, yea, eat, T-H-I-N-E-D, the tin, the hind, thine, and hind. Without hyphens, without doft. Now, there's something interesting about law. Law is, and every affiliate of the law is standing time on women while, W-I-L-E-I-T, in quotation marks, continues to make money. Me one I hyphenated. The thing is with the law is, okay, take the guy that I was 3/4 of a car length in front of him and 3/4 inside the line. My car was 3/4 inside the lane. He can clearly see what I'm doing. I even had my blinker on. And he sped up, hugged the inside line, and marred my car from half back and then knocked off my bumper. Law states, oh, I was not being safe enough. Traffic was not moving fast because a car length or two ahead of him, we stopped because traffic was stalled due to road construction. I was not moving fast when I entered. Traffic was, he had nowhere to go. He was just really trying to impress on me that he could be impressive. Law allows stupid, to make anything up he wants. Okay? That's a case in point. How does that make me feel? Well, it could make me feel vulnerable. Every time I go outside, doft might be shaking hands with doft for the sake of doft to get doft in return, in some way, somehow work their way to being toffed. Why? So they could get laid better. Okay. So they can be duly impressive. Law is for doff. Law is for stupid. And there's people willing to work the law to get toffed. That as long as they add doft, stupid. I've been working out the drape, D parentheses R A P E. So you've got the dap. Dap is to flick gently at, is it the water with a line? I think that's how we communicate. We could say in writing. There's something about presentation. I'm presenting motive, intention, desire, real work, aka love, okay, before I get there. And have countenance to square here. As if I cared to be here. I don't think Sports Illustrated is honestly doing anything for women. W-O-M-E-N-D. Sorry. You can go fuck yourself, hyphenated, as much as you want if you think Sports Illustrated is doing something for any W-O-M-E-N-D. Okay? What else? And if you think Sports Illustrated is doing anything for anyone meeting someone, and meeting some, S-O-M-E, parentheses, A-T-O-N-E. What Sports Illustrated is doing is this. Ladies, bring your ample bullshit. Bring your fucking skin. And what Doft to Two Toft is doing? Okay? So you get to walk away with the money, with the cash, thinking like, I scored a core. But you're jacked off stupid. Okay? And all you're doing is setting someone else up, and I mean someone, not someone thiefing, to be aborted because you're standing sufficiently with what you call virtuous me one eye for no reason. You're not bringing a value. You're misconstruing it. Seriously, put a little sand on your ass and go roll around on the beach. Now we're going to call it empowering all women if you bring your fucking gluttony, you bring your porpoise ass, and we paddle more sand on it, and then you roll around. Okay? What the fuck? Oh, but if you got like the emaciated frame and you got really big tits that you topple over every time you get up, we can do something with that too, as long as we have your panties hanging right in the corner of the frame, so we get the picture with the close-up that you're not wearing them. Okay. Now seriously, come on. You want to cast beauty? I would suggest start being it so you can get it in your reflection. Even, not even, event. I was thinking that I'm going to have to continue to be the ag, as I'm also being je t'aime, and the time. Because this gesture, as the guest you are, needs an ongoing backbone in residence. It's an interesting moment with the takedown of illusion with such a broad brush, okay, where Harvey Weinstein illustrates someone who is known around the world and the top forum for creating fantasy and conviction and money. What and I, where to start? I was thinking of someone who was at work and they were talking about Harvey Weinstein and Georgina Chapman, and they saw it too. Isn't it funny that she puts them in clothes and he takes them off? All right, maybe it's not that funny, but it is sire ironic and consire. Working the same hyphenated angles, unfortunately. What else? There is a need to continue as far as being the ag, judging as a backbone and the tone. Not to say that I'm not going to be doing other things. Like, I definitely believe in the website umbrella news agency, sell yourself. I definitely believe in that. It's just that someone needs to steer from all the way back here, okay? Here and there. So, I would say it goes without saying I regard myself as my best bet, BE parentheses ST, because I've got myself this far. And obviously I'm willing. And I don't mean that to rain on anybody else's parade. It's simply just looking at foundation. The value of keeping that hat, let me just put it this way. I understand it's necessary. It's probably not going to go away. My ability to be a critical thinker for a reason as desire in life even. Nor should it. For this value to be present, okay? To speak a tone on. However, what I'm trying to do is shape this to start being commercially viable in our exchange. So there's the even money to start. There's a virtual platform, which would be at least a website, product that I want to make for the presentation for the Kickstarter, commemorative. And then being present to develop it from ground zero. There's a different at stakeness when you're selling yourself, okay? And I think the illusion of what is not necessary that falls away. So it's an opportunity. It's everything that you speak on that you would have, but you can't actually manifest, thief and doft, ever. So it's an opportunity to start. Will you get another opportunity? With someone with a heart and hearth, with your head, hand, and high definition. I think you've had enough chances to be thief and doft, you know? Certainly I've had enough chances. Okay. I do not want to be thief and doft. I'm tired doff it. Marketing is my protection. Because the more I market, the more you can see I don't fit doft. And doft, stupid, does not fit up my ass. Okay? It makes a lot of sense. The realization for me that I get to keep the hat of the ag no matter what. It makes a lot of sense because it's representing the ends, all right? And the container for completion, even. And those people in the container, no different than the parallax for the competitive marketplace for no reason thief end. That's a container. The people in the container now get to do what they want, but they get to do what they want as desire in life, even with full knowledge of having a choice and wanting to, versus in the competitive marketplace, thief and doft, you're sold an illusion of choice, but no one there is actually giving you it, nor are they capable. All right? So the choice is an illusion, and you stand to be fucked for no reason as a woman. -D. Okay? Because doft, stupid, is all over the place, okay? And gets to sell you on the tin in his time that's hyphenated that he dials with war currently to restore. Ador, Naddor, and Amor. R-E-D, red. Unless he adds doft again. Okay? Hyphenated. So really choosing to believe in my framework that has been designed even, not evane, and certainly not thiefend, because I'm asking you to be aware. If you want to be here as there, you need to be aware. Nothing less will do. That's not required of you in the competitive marketplace for no reason thiefend. And you get an illusion of choice, all right? And you never get to resolve issues. And if you give value, you don't get it back, all right? You get titted out. So you're just tooling a look for doff to speak doff tone on. Sure would like to touch that. Whatever, you know. Go to Playboy. There's a lot of comments there, okay? What else? It's a new game. I'm not trying to have ownership over people's creativity, but I am trying to have ownership over necessity. And the choice is, I'm buying the fence, so you get to choose. Do you want to be thiefen, doft, to toff, for no reason, 2x2, to screw, EWE, to weeds, and stew, hyphenated, you know? So if you don't want that, then you have to start thinking about how to do or how to not do, KNOT. Because, and what that represents is my time for completion even does not have any boundaries. No different than time for competition for no reason, thief end, has no boundaries either. It's my contention that the only thing that can test the theory of competition for no reason is a theory of completion. We've never had a presentation of completion in the marketplace, okay? It's my contention that probably built a reflection so you can get laid, and so you can rationalize getting laid and fill in the gaps as if you would have, but never knowing how to have by being HA parentheses LL L over L, one love, VE. ID. I'm looking forward to a softening in approach and something that looks, appears, and is more optimistic, because I've done the work. It's the hay is in the barn, okay? It's backed. I have the work. So I'm looking forward to presenting more of Je t'aime from the time I've already put in. And I think that is more appealing to people. Instead of like, why is she angry for no reason? Well, it's because I'm dealing with you who does not think it through. Okay? Now I have reference. I've thought it through with you, for you, by you. Under, over, beside, and you know, I as with anyone else can reference it and speak do of.